Over 30 years ago, there was an incident which led a field which had been in darkness to be suddenly illuminated. This resulted from an inferno of devastating heat and light, which was almost challenging the darkness to try and overwhelm it. It was a wooden mobile home which had been inadvertently set alight, and as the torrents of water forced from the fire engine fought to subdue the devastating flames, it was clear that neither of the two residents would survive this. However, so you might have thought, until the two of them came back from dumping the rubbish and to a once darkened field which was now ablaze with their mobile home, or their mobile caravan. And as they were walking, you could hear them say, "I knew that a coal fire was a mistake in a wooden caravan." It was completely true, that. But we're experiencing some dark times in our world, more recently fueled by injustice and reaction, and while continuing to be physically separated from each other, leading some into dark places. But it was a dark world, however, that Jesus entered. But it was into this world that he brought his liberating and eternal light, a fact that Isaiah prophesied about, when he said the people walking in darkness had seen a great light. The light from my friend's temporary home, which they had inadvertently ignited, though imposing and illuminating, proved to be a bit of a curse rather than a blessing. It was short-lived, it was destructive, and the usefulness of its light was limited. Its intensity was damaging to the extent to which it had to be subdued. But the light that Isaiah was talking about referred to Jesus Christ, not short-lived but eternal, not destructive but bringing joy and peace. So he is identified in Jesus Christ as a wonderful counselor, a mighty God, the Prince of Peace, the one who not only brings light but is the light. In Thessalonians, Paul tells them, "You are not in darkness, you are the sons and daughters of light," and this enables them to put on faith and love, to have a hope of salvation, to build each other up, to love each other, and to walk in the light of Jesus Christ, to follow his example. So how was Jesus Christ the light of the world? Well, he was the one who lit a path which led to salvation. He was the one who illuminated the scriptures, who revealed the way to live and act. He was a light which uncovered injustice and hypocrisy for what it was. And he challenged these unjust systems. Jesus recognized the poor, ministered among them. He recognized the marginalized and sought to include them. He was the one who had compassion on the sick, the hurting, those living in darkness. If this is what it is to be light, then let us, who have been called to this ministry in God's Squad, take up this challenge. Let us shine brightly, compassionately, and intentionally with the light of Christ in our hearts, in the places we ride and visit.